Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collingwood for YouTube. Back with another Dark Shadows video for you guys and gals. If you have trouble understanding me, um, I have strep throat, so I apologize. And still not feeling well, so I'll try to do the best I can to talk and be clear here. A subscriber had asked me, as a writer, how would I get from 1841 back to normal time? Uh, you know, toward the end of 1841, if you notice, they were using, they were, they had unveiled, not sorry, not unveiled, but they were showing Barnabas's portrait a bit. And it's very deliberate how they do this because it's given to Bramwell and Daphne as a wedding gift. And I'm not trying to play spoiler. I know I haven't gotten to this episode to review it in my 1841 parallel time videos. And if you're having trouble understanding me, I apologize. Um, what you have is they're again, Daphne and Bramwell are given the portrait of Bramwell's father, Barnabas, as a wedding gift. And Catherine, or sorry, not Catherine, Daphne, which is Catherine's sister, comments how much Bramwell resembles Barnabas. I love Dark Shadows. Like, really, really, you need to say this? Like, come on. Oh my god. Oh god, that hurt. But anyway, sorry. It, look, I love to laugh, so this is not easy for me. I apologize. So it's given to them as a wedding gift, and at the end of the series, Daphne ends up dying from illness, and obviously Morgan Collins ends up going crazy because he finds out Catherine is pregnant with Bramwell's kid, and Bramwell and Catherine end up spending the night in the room. They break the curse of Brutus Collins. Again, I'm not trying to jump, I'm just trying to tell you how we get back. So, this is how I would get back. You notice they focus after Melanie is apparently bitten by an animal. Um, yeah, no, she's not bitten by an animal. I don't. Okay, the only other animal that could actually make that mark is probably a bat. So, can we just say a bat bit Melanie at least? She's so skinny, and now she's gonna be even more skinnier after getting the blood drained from her. I mean, what? Uh, sorry, guys. I'm just, but oh my god. What you have the portrait of Barnabas in the foyer, just like in our time. Okay. So what I would do is I would focus on the portrait, and they do this. They do focus on the portrait, but I would stay focused on it. Stay focused on it. You would see some weight. You would see. You would just see the portrait, and then you would hear the door open, and it would be Elizabeth, Roger, Barnabas, Julia, Quentin, David, Carolyn, coming back from Roger's speech, and you would be back in our time, because that way you could go back that simple, because it's not like what really happens in 1841 parallel time. Bramwell and Catherine get married. They fall in love. They've been in love the whole arc, right? That arc has concluded, so there's nowhere to go. You might as well just go back an easier way. It might not be a way people like the way I just took you back, but it's a simple way. Would I add some wavy lines for effect? I guess I would. Sort of like this, like, okay, what's going on? Why is it like, but that's how I would get back. What's really weird is the fact that they're given. I get that Bramwell's supposed to be Barnabas' son, and he's gonna look like Barnabas. Jonathan Fred played Barnabas. This is the only reason to introduce this portrait again, excuse me, other than having Barnabas himself appear, is to get back to that timeline. Because what painting is in that timeline? Barnabas's painting. I mean, so are the other ones, but Barnabas is somebody who's actually went through time himself. So here's his portrait. It's in the foyer. You're focused on it. You're focused on it. You see some wavy lines, then you don't, and then you're still staring at the portrait. It's like, what's going on? And like I said, the door comes open, and you see Elizabeth and Roger, and then boom, you're back in that time. That's how I would go back. I know people aren't gonna like that, but that's how I would go back. Um, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sorry it's not very long, but again, to me, what's most weird is that they received the portrait at all. Give me one moment, please. Again, what's weird is that they received the portrait at all. I mean, you've seen the portrait earlier on in this arc, but there's been no real reason for it. I mean, I get, again, yes, Bramwell is Barnabas' son, but really, you're going to give them his portrait for a wedding gift? Oh my god! But if I had a character get buried in Dark Shadows, I'd give him the severed hand. I'd give him the severed head of Judah Zachary. I mean, why not? Hey, nothing nothing says honeymoon like a severed head. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm kidding. All right, guys. You guys have a good day. Um, and take care.